Okay. Well, tell us about some fun stuff that goes on here. The fun stuff.
The fun stuff. Well, the fun stuff is that family get together. We have family that's coming from Atlanta, coming from Mobile, and it's an annual event that we come to, and we enjoy doing it.
So it's all about tradition.
It's all about tradition and family.
Well, now, did you attend any of the schools, or you just come for the atmosphere and the tradition?
Well, I did my undergrad at University of Louisville, and
Okay.
I've done graduate studies and administrative certification at Alabama A&M University.
Well, we're looking forward for a good game. Who's going to win?
That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Hey, we're sitting here with J Mac at the Magic City Classic RV lot. And J Mac says he's been here for 26 years. Tell me something about the Magic City Classic. What should I be expecting today?
A lot of fun,
Tell me about it.
a lot of partying, a lot of cooking, a lot of drinking.
What time does the drinking start?
Well, the drinking really started about an hour ago. So you're about an hour late.
Hey, well, I can catch up now.
A lot of cooking, a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a lot of memories.
Tell me about some of the memories.
State have won a lot, and we have lost a lot. A lot of hangovers.
Well, you gotta have a secret for the hangover. How do you bounce back from a hangover?
Sleep it off.
Okay, there you go. What time does the cooking start? That's the first thing that we need to find out is what time we need to come back for the food. What time does cooking start?
Cooking around here we'll officially start cooking tomorrow. And we'll do hamburgers and hot dogs tomorrow. Thursday we'll do hamburgers, hot dogs. No, Friday we'll do hamburgers, hot dogs, fish, chicken wings. And then Saturday we'll do the whole way. Hamburgers, hot dog. I have a specialty for your ham hocks off the grill.
What?
Yeah. Need to come get you one for Saturday.
Well, I know where you at.
if you say you're gonna come back, I'll save you one.
We'll do that. You
Ham
do that.
hocks on
I
the
will be
grill.
back because I'll be right there in that suite right there, and I'll come right down and get something to eat.
Collard green, macaroni and cheese, baked beans, the whole work.
Man, I tell you what, I have been coming. This is my sixth one. I haven't been here as long as you have, but I've had fun every year, and I've never seen any trouble.
No, neither have I. I've seen a lot of fun with no trouble yet.
Well,
Hopefully we don't have any.
Well, I tell you what, the mayor's doing a good job, and the police and everybody that comes to have the good time, that's all they do. I mean, you come have a good time, don't worry about trouble.
Right.
Trouble will find you if you go looking for it, won't it?
Yep, it sure will. That's what my mom always told me.
What's that?
Trouble will find you, go looking for it.
That's right. That's why I leave trouble alone.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, listen, we really appreciate your time, man, and have a good time, and don't forget about my ham hock.
I promise you, I'll save you one.
All right.
Don't forget about Saturday now. They'll be here Saturday.
I'm going to be here all week.
I got about 100 of them on the grill.
You know Boosie's coming.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Hey, we're here today with Pete, and Pete has seen many of the 71 Magic City Classics, and he helps put it all together. Pete, how you doing today?
Fine, you?
Every day above ground's a good day.
Have a good day.
Now, you told me that you've been here for a while, so how many Magic City Classics is this?
I've been here ever since Alabama played the last game here.
Okay.
But I have been participating in the Classic, and I'm 71 years old myself.
Get out of here.
Yes, I am. I'm 71 years old.
Well, man, I tell you what, I feel honored to be sitting here talking to you because I think you can tell us some of the secrets and some of the fun.
Well, I tell you, I love the people here.
Okay.
And I enjoy working with the people, and they are so kind and nice to me, and I really enjoy working with them. They're like brother and sister and mother to me, because I'm a whole lot older than they are. But I appreciate them letting me be part of it, and they don't have to because I'm an older man than they are.
Well, of all the classics that you've been involved with, which one stands out in your mind and why?
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say it here. If you have never been to this classic, you really need to come because it is a beautiful sight to see. I mean, I know about Auburn, Alabama, but Magic City Classic is right there, on time.
Well, the consistent thing that everybody says about the classic is that it's tradition. Tell us about tradition in the classic.
Well, the classic is just one of the things that just like meeting, getting family together. This is what I'm saying. That's why I say it's a joyful thing to be around because it's just like getting family together. It's no different than like people have never seen people before. Sometimes it be a year or a couple of years before they see the people again, and it's just nice to see people come out and enjoy themselves and have a good time and tailgate and whatever and all. And so the people here try to accommodate everybody. And it's just all business. It really is. And I really enjoy it. I don't think nobody enjoys it more than I do.
Well, I've been coming out here for 6 years, as I've told everybody, and I've never seen an ounce of trouble.
There won't ever be no trouble because people ain't got time for trouble. People want to get out and enjoy themselves. You know, it's just like family things. Let's get in together. We don't need no violence, and that is a good thing. You know, people don't ever be violent. I've never seen any violence since I've been going. Well, like I said, I'm 71 years old, and I also like participating in the class for a while.
Well, the last question I want to ask you is your favorite food that's out here.
There's no favorite food. I enjoyed all of it. Hot dog, hamburger, you know. And I'm not a big real eater because I am a diabetic.
Okay.
I'm not a big real eater unless it's beef rib or something. But hey, I love it all. I enjoy everything out here.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to have some great entertainment. Bootsy Collins is going to be here. Frankie Beverly, the bands, and I'm looking forward to the game. Now, who do you think is going to win the game?
I got to go with the Hunters because I'm an Alabama State fan. I got to go with them. So I can what they win. I'm with them all the way, but I'm with Alabama A&M too, you know. And I don't wish neither one of them no better. But both teams can't win yet.
You just want to see a good game.
I just want to see a good game. But I won't get a chance to see it, but I'll be out here working. And I hope the other people get out here and enjoy themselves and root for their team. And
well, listen, thank you so much for your time.
And thank you.
Hey, we're here today with Lisa Swanson. Lisa just purchased her tickets, but Lisa's been coming back and forth to the Classic for how many years?
Since I was about 8 years old.
Tell me, what's the most fun thing you've done and enjoyed while you've been here?
Well, I love football, and I love seeing the bands, and A&M Bulldogs all the way.
Now, who's got the better record, A&M or?
A&M, of course, and we're going to beat Auburn.
Oh, that's right, you guys play Auburn.
Yes, we do, November 17th.
This is a pretty good time to play Auburn, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, listen, Lisa, now are you a cook?
I am.
I'll say, will you be cooking this weekend?
I will not.
Okay, you're just going to go around from RB to RB?
Everybody that'll give me a bone.
So you've been coming since you're a little girl.
Yes.
What's the most fun classic that you've been to?
Oh my God, the most fun. All of them are fun to me because, like I say, I love football and I love the bands. But I hate when we lose.
Okay.
That's the sad point.
Well, I tell you what, Alabama A&M. I'm getting a lot of my friends that played with Alabama A&M say they're going to win too. So I'm gonna have to go along with you guys.
All right, but I'm a marching Hornet because I went there my first year, but I'm a Bulldog till I die.
Well, hoorah for the Bulldogs.
Hey, me.
Lisa, thank you so much, darling.
All right.
Well, that's going to almost do it for our special edition of What's Cooking in Sports here at the Magic City Classic. I tell you, when you walk around these hollow grounds of everything that's happened at Legion Field over the years, and you know that you're taking part of the 71st anniversary of Magic City Classic, you feel special. So I want you to visualize, close your eyes and visualize right now, 100,000 people having fun, food, tradition, and oh yeah, a little bit of football this weekend. So if you have an opportunity to either watch it on TV or either come down in person, you're gonna have a great time.
Okay, you ready? Surprise. Yeah! Wait for me.
Come on.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah?
The power of yeah.
Yeah.
Brought to you in part by Alabama Power. Always on.
Waiting for something to amaze me. That's when it happened. Right in front of me.
You haven't seen it until you've seen it in Charter HD. Call now to add Charter HD for only $5 more a month and watch all your favorite programs in HD. Charter, let it all in.
Alabama Cable Network Sports presents Football 2012, featuring high school teams from all over Alabama. We'll have live and tape delay college football games. Jacksonville State, North Alabama, West Alabama, and West Georgia will all be featured teams. Alabama Cable Network Sports on Charter Channel 80 is an exclusive presentation of Charter Communications and the Alabama Cable Network.
I want to focus on Auburn University, and that's why I wore my Auburn University shirt and my coat to show my loyalty to my team. In the paper today I read, and I want to comment about this, it's easy to get to the top, and supposedly it's hard to fall down to the bottom. But if you can understand football, and the reason you play the football game is to win the game. Looking over some stats, what I found out was that in 1938, TCU won the national championship. In the next 2 years, 39 and 40, they went 6 and 14, which is the fastest drop from the top of the mountain in college football. Right behind was Michigan State. Now, here's my point, because Michigan State is very comparable to Auburn with some of the players that they had at the time in 1966. Michigan State won the national championship. The next 2 years, 67 and 68, they went 8 and 12, which is a 400% winning percentage. Now, they lost 6 players to the NFL. The number 1 player drafted that year was a guy by the name of Bubba Smith, Hall of Fame guy, all-time great, Hollywood superstar. Been around, you know it. In that same mode of team building, what you had, Gene Chizik had the same thing, and what he had, I hope you guys can see this, and I hope it comes in. They had a great guy. In the same mode of Michigan State, Cam Newton, he went first overround pick. Now, along with Cam Newton was a guy by the name of Nick Fairley. Last week, I read a quote out of the newspaper that said, from players, we have no leadership on the team. And as you think about that statement with the leadership, you automatically go to the head coach, because when you think about who's running that team, who's in charge of it, the head coach is always in charge of it. All right, but now let me add something to that. In Auburn's situation right now, which is more comparable to Michigan State in '66, they had the number 1 guy who, at that time, we would liken him to Superman, quarterback. And on defense, they had a guy named Nick Fairley. All right, those 2 guys went first round. You lose those 2 guys. Those are basically your coaches on the field. When players look around, it is very hard to get information from the coaches on the sideline unless there's a timeout. Now, when you got a guy like Cam Newton on the field, everybody is looking for that kind of guy to stand up, make a play, or pull me out of that mistake I just made. Same thing on defense. They had a guy named Nick Fairley to pull them out of that funk that they were, whatever they was doing in the game. For example, i.e., the Alabama game that year that they won the national championship, they're down 20-something points, and they come back to win that game. What do they look at first? They look at the guys that lead on the team. Now, that takes me to another area. And the first thing that when you listen to or talk to the Auburn generation, or the Auburn nation, as I like to call it, is that we tend to look within ourselves to find out what the problem is. Yes, we want to solve that, but let's find out what that problem is. In the National Football League, what we have is a slogan that's called NFL, not for long. If you're losing, you're out of there. All right. Now, along with being in the National Football League, everyone throughout the National Football League has talent on every team, so it becomes coaching. When you come back to college teams, it is not so much about coaching, but who has the best players. Now, at this point, the first thing I've heard lately is that we go back to Tuberville, and what Gene Chiswick is playing with right now is a bunch of redshirt freshmen, redshirt sophomores, and now he doesn't have the senior quality leadership that he needs on the football field. And at this point, it really seems like that. Now, what Auburn can do right now, in my opinion, and it's not about maybe saving the season, because still, no matter what you do, it's only one game at a time. And why do you play the game? You play the game to win the game. And what's the most important game? The next game. Okay, now, if I'm Gene Chiswick, here's what I do. I take my playmakers and maybe the young guys that are making a stance to make a move towards next year, I start to play them. I don't necessarily want to make this a spring practice kind of thing, because remember, we still want to win the game. Now, I would take my guys like Blake at wide receiver. I would take Mason at running back, and I would dabble in there a little bit of McCaleb, and I would throw the ball some, but I would get back to smash mouth football. That's my view on the Skype train on what's cooking in sports.
Okay, you ready? Surprise. Yeah! Wait for me!
Come on.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yeah?
The power of yeah.
Yeah.
Brought to you in part by Alabama Power. Always on.
Something to amaze me. That's when it happened. Right in front of me.
You haven't seen it until you've seen it in Charter HD. Call now to add Charter HD for only $5 more a month and watch all your favorite programs in HD. Charter, let it all in.
Oh, what's cooking?
Welcome back, sports fans. I have such a treat for you. I'm Chef Leroy, and I have a wonderful guest straight out of Jamaica, because I am doing the fabulous jerk chicken. Sherry, how you doing today?
Hi, Chef Leroy. I'm doing good. Hello, everybody.
Good. I couldn't do jerk chicken without having you on the show.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, I can't say I know much about all of the history of jerk chicken, although I'm from Jamaica, but I know some good jerk chicken, so I'm ready to see whether or not you can stand up to that.
Oh, it sounds like a challenge. I love a challenge. I love a challenge. So, jerk chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Educate me. Educate you?
Yes.
Okay, what I did is I made my own jerk seasoning.
Uh-huh.
And pretty much, jerk seasoning is very, very standard. You gotta have the allspice.
Of course.
Have to have the ginger. You have to have the thyme. I love to add my favorite seasoning, of course, Sazon. Straight to the jerk season. I also like to add adobo, and I also like to add oregano, and a little bit of Creole. So this is gonna give you a little bit of hot, a little bit of bold.
Hot and bold.
Hot and bold. So first what we're gonna do is, since I have my chicken already seasoned, I'm gonna basically sear it in the pot.
See, in Jamaica now, we would put it in the steel drum, but you don't, it's not the regular steel drum that you see people playing with. They actually cut it in half and fill the bottom with coals, put some grills on top, and then that's where they grill the chicken in. It has to be a steel drum pan. But I guess Chef Leroy didn't have any steel drum pan today.
Yeah, I can't. Since I'm inside, I really can't have an open flame.
Right.
But this will do.
It
Trust
will.
me. This is going to make you go, wow. So as we season and sear our chicken face down. You want to actually get the presentation side down first. What that does is gives it a nice color. And then we're going to basically flip this. But it takes about average 20 minutes to do jerk chicken from start to finish. Now, since we don't have 20 minutes, I already had some prepared for you. Here, sibling. Now, what I did with this jerk chicken, I basically flipped it after a good 5 to 6 minutes. I added a little bit of water for liquid. You can season the actual water, but since the chicken already has the seasoning and the flavor, you don't have to, because you don't want to take away from the actual smoke of the pan. Most jerk chickens are either served dry or they serve them either wet, and we serve it wet. But traditional Jamaican serves it dry.
Yes.
So I'm going to show you how I plate this jerk chicken for people at home can know how to plate it if they're having a dinner party or they want to just enlighten some friends.
Right. Presentation is key, right?
Definitely.
With food. Always
What you know about jasmine rice?
Jasmine rice. I know Jasmine was a cartoon character in Aladdin. She have a rice too? Oh my.
Oh yeah, and it's magical. It's very magical, very magical.
Wonderful.
So I put a little bit of jasmine rice. Me from the Caribbean, we like jasmine rice. Now, I take the jerk
what
chicken.
differentiates jasmine rice from other types, from the regular white rice?
It's better.
It's just better.
It's just better.
Hands down, no question.
Hands down. I mean, you can have your parboiled rice. The Uncle Ben's rice is fine. But to me, jasmine rice gives it a different flavor. Gives the plate a different look. It just makes sense.
I like
Now,
the way you drizzled that over the top.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I
Very
like to add a little
succulent.
love. Now, I love seasoning. I love cooking, but I love presentation as well. Presentation is what sells people on the food. So add that right there. We're going to add a little bit of pepper. Actually, we're going to cut the pepper in half because jerk chicken is supposed to be a little hot. So we're just going to give them a little love with the pepper right there. And there we have it, folks, our lovely jerk chicken dish with our jasmine rice and the wonderful Sherry Gardner from Jamaica. Thank you for coming out, Sherry. I definitely
Let me model it for you.
appreciate it. And see y'all next time, Chef Leroy, Twitter. Have a good time.